Hi. So this is gonna be a quick video. I'm just gonna tell you how to solo MOLTEN. Alright. Alright. You can just pick any map here. The ones that you get, it doesn't really matter, really. Alright, so to do this, you'll need 3 things: soldiers, militants, and farm. And once you've got those, you're good. So the first thing you want to do is put down a soldier. It can be anywhere, really. And then you should put down a farm. So this map's got pretty good areas to farm. So the wave will start. And your soldier will start doing damage. And then you want to put down your farms. You just want to prioritize getting all your farms down before you upgrade anything. If you can afford it, then upgrade your soldiers. As soon as you get enough money, make a farm. Because again, for these first few couple waves, all you'll need is this one soldier. And boom, now we have all our farms down. That's perfect time, so we should just start upgrading them now. Alright. I know it's really slow at the beginning, but the game does pick up. And you'll get money from your farm. So now, if you have enough, put down your first militant. Now these are priceless. These are the main thing you'll be using from this point onward. Because they kill incredibly quickly, and they're very powerful. And you should start upgrading your farms. While you fight, your militant and soldier should be able to hold for this first part of the game. And I recommend just prioritizing upgrading your militant. Get your first one to about level 3, and then you should start placing other ones down. And once you can afford to, start upgrading them to level 4. And while you're doing that, you should keep upgrading your farms. So just do what I do, or do something similar. It depends on what map you get. There isn't much to commentate on. You just have to keep doing the strategy you've just been doing. Wave 10, you should get to the first boss, but you should be able to defeat him. Keep upgrading your farms. And now all my farms are at level 3. Well, your strategy for placing down militants will differ depending on what map you get. The general thing is put a bunch in a middle area, and if part of the map loops back round, even better. And just keep upgrading your farms. And once you generally got something like this, few farms level 3, most level 2, then you should start placing down more militants, and you can sell your soldier if you need to, or if you want to. I don't typically, but that's just me. And just keep stable income from the bosses and building up your farms. This map's pretty good because it's got all of this area for farming, but some maps you'll have to get a bit creative. If you really struggle, then I recommend trying to find a way to get a map similar to this one. Keep stable income. Have a few militants down by this point. Maybe 3 or 4. I've got 3 right now. This should be pretty easy. You shouldn't have to. As long as you keep putting down more militants and upgrading your farms, you should be fine after this. You can take it a bit slower and focus on militants after you get your farms to level 3, because level 4 is not that much of a difference. But if you can afford it, then I say just upgrade them. By this point, you don't have to push as hard. You should be doing decent damage now. Now again, you can either focus on more militants or your farms here. I personally would do my farms because I'll get more from it in the end. I'm gonna sell my soldier because I don't need it anymore. Again, after this point, as long as you have a good amount of militants, there isn't really much the game can throw at you after this. While enemies will get stronger, as long as you have a good amount of militants down, you will most likely not suffer. You will probably do fine. Now your farms should be either some level 3 and some level 4 or all level 4. Depends on what you decided to prioritize. You can start upgrading your farms to level 5 if you've already got them all at level 4. These waves will be slower, so there isn't much to worry about. And it's also around the time where you should be getting your first level 4 militant, or even earlier actually. Again, I've gone kind of slow because of the tutorial, but you can go faster if you wish. These slow bosses, they've got a little bit more health, but they're slower, so militants should be alright for that. By the next waves, so we get into the late 20s. You should most likely have maxed out your farms by that point, and you can just focus on militants. That's the main thing you need to worry about. I'm nearly at all my maxed out farms. You can max out all your farms a bit earlier, and I've just gone a bit slower for the purpose of the tutorial. But you can literally do this by like wave 18 or wave 19ish. And there I've just got my last level 5 farm. So I'm going to start putting militants over here now. All along this way. There isn't really much the game can throw at you after this. Just keep putting a lot of militants down. You should, in theory, be fine. Should have enough militants. And just keep placing them down until you've maxed out the amount you can place. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it will be 40. And there might be some stronger enemies. And just upgrade some of your guys with leftover money. Put down a new militant. And now, these last 10 waves, you should have a pretty good army. And like I said a few minutes ago, there isn't that much the game can do to you anymore. Should not be very difficult. The fast, speedy boss, they're a bit annoying, but you won't have to. They're not a massive threat to you. Okay, now you can just prioritize placing militants down. Because that's the main thing you need to worry about now. How many militants you have for the final boss. So that's the main thing. And even if by wave 40 you can't get all of these, you don't even have fully max level militants, it's okay. And these slow bosses should be dealt with pretty quickly. There aren't really strategies you can apply to certain enemies. Because same principles for all of them, just use militants. Just push with militant, and you should be fine. Can put one there. And by this point, you should have a decent amount of militants. Not much can really get in your way at this point. You just got to tank the final 7-ish waves. And this will, like my first time I soloed Molten, it took me half an hour. But you'll get better at doing this. Just gotta get all your farms. These mystery enemies are a bit annoying, but you'll live. And like I said, not much the game can really do to you after this, other than just spamming enemies. Oh yeah, I can put some more militants down this way. And you just want as many militants down. Like literally, that's all there is. Max out your farms, delete whatever you had defending at the beginning, and just spam militants. It's that easy. Just spam militant. As my guys here, there isn't really much that can be done at this point. These guys will die relatively quickly. And there isn't much that they can do to you after this. So just remember. Alright. I'll put some more new ones down. And by this point you can just put down new militants and immediately max them out. You should be able to afford it by this point. And yeah, eventually you won't be able to put any more down if you run out of slots to put militants down. You shouldn't have to put any more down. Like that should be it. That should be it. You just need to wait after that point. And these are mystery summoners. They can be annoying, but there's nothing you can't tank. Look, I can fit one there. And you can immediately just get them ready to fight. And by the time you get about like 30 militants, there isn't really much the game can throw at you after that. There will be more enemies, obviously. But like, nothing can really be done about you. Now we'll put more guys down here. Now this should probably be enough to last us until the final boss. There's only a few waves left. Should probably tell you about what to do going into wave 40. There will be the Molten boss, and there is a chance that your run could end. Depends on how lucky you are. Normally you will live, but again, there's always, there's always a chance you might lose. But you're most likely up to win. So, as soon as wave 40 starts, now don't do this now. I said as soon as wave 40 starts, get rid of all your farms, because they'll just be taking up tower slots. And you could be spending your money. You could get some new towers while the boss is playing out. Like, again, nothing they can really do. These Molten Titans are strong, but they can't really do anything to you. The final boss will spawn these, so you should check to see if you can deal with these alright. Because, again, the boss can use them to slow you down. Alright. Wait until you get that. Okay, once you get your final boost of money from your farms, sell them. Because this is it now. This is it now. You have to fight the Molten boss. So just put down tons of militants. Just get as many down as possible. A lot of militants. And you won't run out of money, so just keep placing. Keep placing, keep upgrading. Again, you'll make enough money to just have tons of maxed out. Now, the boss can stun you, which will slow you down, but you should be fine, in theory. Again, these guys in the middle have fairly big range, so the boss will hurt, but you can hurt more, and health is pretty low. Just hold. You just need to hold out. Again, you're actually taking him out fairly fast at this point, with all these militants. Militants have decent range, so you're able to hold an attack for a while with most of your force. Now later on, especially here, you'll slow down. So I recommend putting militants down further on if you're having that issue. And as you can see, he's nearly dead. And soon, the Molten boss should be gone. This will be tight. Oh. Alright, he's gone. Now you will have close calls like that. Alright. So, yeah, congrats, if you, did all that right. You should have triumphed Molten with nothing. With just militants, soldiers, and farms. So, well done to you. Obviously, doing that gets easier when you unlock more support, when you can get more support, like the DJ and the commander. But with just that, you can very easily win. with just these 3 towers. Even then the third one, if you're a madman, you could probably do it with just these 2. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If that didn't work, try again. Like, you maybe will mess up, but trust me, it's a game of luck, and there's a lot of chance involved. Right, my victory there was actually pretty unlikely, all things considered. So, yeah. Triumph on Wrecked Battlefield. Congratulations, you, in theory, just won your first round. Alright? Goodbye.